Sit down. There we go. Good morning, guys. Good morning. All right, let's get Instagram started. All right. Okay, we are on. And good news, guys, we got Otis today. Yay. So it's going to be exciting and entertaining. Yes, Chris, he does. He will be, and he is. It's going to be a fun morning. So we'll see how he behaves. I'm going to see if I can get him to sit still just long enough. Hi, Kelly. To tell you guys what we're doing, and it doesn't look like it. Here, look, ready? Come here. Look, what's this? Oh, get your bone. Get your bone. Oh, get your bone. Not my face. Go get it. All right, it's gonna be a fun day. Puppy bicep curls. He weighs 80 plus pounds and he doesn't stand still. So no, I don't think that's the thing. Stop, dude. Hey. All right, so guys, as I'm trying to calm my dog down and get us started this morning, for the workout today, if you guys have it, what you will need is some type of light resistance for shoulder work. So that can be dumbbells, that can be plates, that can be bottles, that can be books, whatever you got, just something along those lines. It's gonna be for shoulder work. And if you don't have anything, we've got alternatives. Dude, come on, stop. Thought I had him for a second. All right, and then you also need either a sock, a towel, or a paper plate to do some sliding movements. If you're on a carpet, paper plate is better. If you're on some type of hard floor, sock or a towel will be just fine. So again, light resistance for shoulder work, sock, towel, or paper plate for slider work. And I'm gonna go, try not to beat my dog. Just kidding. And then we'll get started here, guys. You don't really deserve this, but we're going to do it anyway. Come right here, get in your bed. In your bed, right here. Right there. Sit. Down. Nope, sit. Down. Oh boy. Okay, he's excited. He's got a treat. That'll keep him occupied for about 5 minutes. So again, if you guys have just tuned in, welcome. This is boot camp. If you have it, light equipment for shoulder work. So again, dumbbells, plates, bottles, books, whatever you got. And then if you have it, socks, again, will work. You can put one on your hand, you can put one on your foot. Towel or a paper plate to use for some slider work in the workout. Make sure you've got space around you, clear the floor, have water nearby, and then guys, just listen to your body as you're moving. If you need to modify something, modifications are always cool. And let's get rocking and rolling. So, as I'm tying my shoes, we'll get our warm-up started. So guys, we're just gonna start with a little bit of a jog. So just nice and easy on the spot. If you wanna march to start and then gradually make your way into that jog, it's all good. And guys, I don't put on music for myself because of, Facebook music licensing rules. I don't want to get anything shut down or turned off, but crank up whatever you got and rock and roll. All right, guys, again, so just keep that light jog going. About 10 more seconds in the jog, then we're going to switch movements. So when we warm up, we want to make sure we hit every angle of the body, every part of the body, start to get the heart rate up, loosen up the muscles. All right, and from that jog, we're going to switch to a shuffle. So from the side, feet are just pushing forward and back, heels are lifted. Let the arms move with it. Nice, light, and easy. Keep the knees soft, brace through the abs. I just realized my Instagram thing is real crooked here, so let me turn that camera. So keep that shuffle up. As you get warmer, guys, how you can build that move is as you jump into that first move, push the elbow further forward, press the foot further behind. So we've got a longer range of motion in that warm-up. For some reason, my watch is being silly and not reading. All right, guys, so next move, we're gonna take that shuffle from forward and back to side to side. So lateral shuffle across the floor, soft through the knees. You don't have to go super far if you've got a narrow room, or if you're worried about staying in the viewfinder of your Instagram and Facebook live feeds. You guys can move however you need to. And then if you want to build on that, start to add a tap down to the floor, seeing how those hips feel. But make sure as you take that tap down, you're pushing the hips back, keeping the chest lifted, not just rounding through the spine to get to the floor. And again, guys, warming through all directions of the body, forward, back, side to side. See if we can get that working now. So about 10 more seconds here in this lateral shuffle. Whoops! There goes Facebook. All right, guys. So finish up that shuffle, and then we're gonna step to a lunge. So step back long, trying to get the front thigh parallel to the floor, pushing out of the front heel, whoop, to pull yourself forward. And when you step back, make sure the feet are hip distance apart. Then guys, take the arms out wide. As you step, twist towards the front knee, warming into the spine. Make sure as you twist, hips are staying square, front knee is staying right over the ankle as you take that turn. Breathe through it. Should be starting to feel the heart rate lift a little bit, hopefully. All right, guys, one more on each side. Now from here, lift the front, high knees. So lift the chest, lean back a little bit, trying to get those knees to hip height. If you don't want the impact of the run, take it to a march. So again, brace, driving knees up towards the hips. 10 more seconds, guys, then we have inchworms. All right, for the inchworm, reach up, tuck, roll through the spine, walk forward to plank. You can take a push-up or just walk back. So guys, this is not only a warm-up for the upper body, but it's a warm-up for the back of the thighs. So I want you to focus on finding that stretch in your hamstring before you head to the floor, and then as you walk back. Now, finding that stretch doesn't mean you have to keep your legs locked out straight. You can have a small bend in your knee, a big bend in your knee. I just want you to find that stretch wherever it lives for you. Oh, whenever I give him those busy bones, he leaves so many crumbs on the floor. I want to go get my vacuum right now. 5 more seconds here, guys. Then we are going to stay on the floor. So come to the floor, and we just have shoulder taps. So hang right here, sit the feet a little wider than the hips, and tap the shoulders right and left. If you need, bring the knees to the floor. You can even take this from tabletop with the knees right below the hips. So it just changes the amount of pressure and the amount of weight that you have to hold up in those different knee positions. 3 more seconds here, guys. Hi, and now we're gonna finish with 30 seconds of mountain climbers. 3, 2, go. So drive the knees into the chest. You can go fast, you can go slow. You can walk, run, or sprint through these mountain climbers. Think about corkscrewing your hands into the floor to lift up strong through the upper body. Whoop. Only got 5 more seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, warm up done. We've got a 2-minute drill.
That number is used in some locations for emergency.
Siri. All right, guys, 2-minute drill. 4-minute drill. We have 4 moves, 1 minute each. We're gonna go through twice. First move is a push-up, however you wanna set it up. Second move is a C crunch. So we're on our back, bringing knees in towards the chest, lifting upper body towards lower body. Then we've got a bridge march. So still on our backs. Whoop. Can you come over here? Thank you. So you're gonna lift your hips up, and then we are marching right and left in that bridge, holding that lifted position through the hips. Then we roll back over, and we've got a walking plank. So forearm to the floor, and then press up, and then switch. Knees, toes, tabletop. 1 minute of each of those moves, 2 times through. About 2 seconds rest between moves, just enough time for me to reset my watch. So guys, set up for push-ups. We've got that first round going in 3, 2, 1, go. So 1 minute of push-ups, wide, narrow, mid, however you want to set them up. Well, yeah, I won't tell you about the workout yet to come. So push-ups for 1 minute. Come here. Come on, you're going to bed. I don't know what your deal is, but come on, go. Go. You need to chill out. Halfway there, guys. So this is an upper body focused workout, but your full body is firing. Because we've got to use the muscles of the upper body to push, and then the muscles of the core to stabilize. So you should feel your abs working a little bit. If you're on your toes, your thighs are squeezing, glutes are squeezing, pushing the floor away from you. All right, guys, that's 1 minute on the back. C crunch, 1 minute, 3, 2, go. So just tap the toes lightly down, and then we are pulling ribs and hips together. As you open up, make sure your low back is not coming off the floor. Keep a little bit of pressure through the core the whole time to help keep a neutral spine position. You can use the breath as I'm doing. Big exhale as you squeeze in, and then inhale as you release. The lower body, try to make sure that movement's happening from your hips, not from your knees. So the angle on my knee almost doesn't change. There's a little dip right at the end. Oh, well that didn't take very long. All right, guys, next move, stay on the floor, hips to the ceiling. We've got our bridge march. 3, 2, go. So again, keep the hips lifted as you step right and left. As you are stepping, make sure the foot that is on the floor, your heel stays connected. And you want to try and minimize any wobble or wiggle that's happening in the hips as you take that march. Extra challenge, if your palms are down, turn your palms up. Try to press through the muscles of your upper back to keep yourself lifted as opposed to pushing up out of the hands. That's going to help make sure this move stays through the posterior chain, and that's where we want our focus to be. So there's still a little brace in the abs, guys. Again, to support the spine in this elevated position. All right, last switch. Roll over, start and hover. We've got our walking plank. Up and down. 3, 2, go. So we step up and down and then switch. So you want to make sure you give each hand a chance to lead the movement. Don't always step up with the right or always step up with the left. Go back and forth. Making sure we've got even distribution and even training through both sides of the body. Anything you smell's gotta be you, buddy. I need that spot on the floor, please. Or if you need to, you can just come and hold plank. Why must you always use your teeth? Here, look, get this. Go. All right, guys, remember we're going back and doing all of these one more time. 3, 2, 1. We're back to push-ups, so stay where you are. Down and up. I guess we'll just go on the floor, Otis. As you guys are dropping in, check in on your range of motion. Are you getting your chest to the height of your elbows? Is that right? Yeah, chest to the height of your elbows. Wherever the push-up is set, that's about the range we want to go. Not lower, because then we're hyperextending through the shoulders. Higher's okay. It just is building to that point. And we want to make sure as we drop down, that whole torso is moving in one line. We're not dropping and arching through the back, dropping through the hips. Keep that push in the upper body. All right, guys, next move, C crunch. Flip it over on your back. 3, 2, 1, go. So I want you to think of this whole section, this whole 8 minutes of movement, as kind of a warm-up. So think about the muscles that you're feeling working. This is not to fatigue us. This is not to get us overexerted. It's just to really wake up and bring some awareness to that midsection, shoulder to thigh, our core functional portion of the body that's going to keep us safe and moving effectively. So if you're starting to feel burnt out in this C crunch, if your abs are really starting to get tired, back it off a little bit. Just start with the upper body. Or you can bring one knee in at a time. This is not the moment where we burn out and go for gold. That comes with the finisher at the end. All right, guys, stay where you are. Heels down, hips up. 3, 2, 1. Bridge march, go. And again, think about feeling that connection from your heel to the floor. If we drive down through the heel, one, that's going to help keep our knees safe, and it's also going to help fire in the right muscles. If we start to roll into the toes, that's one, going to fire the calf, and it's also going to bring pressure behind the kneecap, which is uncomfortable. Keeping the weight in the heel is going to help make sure you feel it in the glutes and the hammies. Why? Ow, that's my finger. Ow. Almost there, guys, and then we got one last move. All right, roll it over. Walking plank. You can start in plank, you can start in hover, but we've got that up, up, down, down in 3, 2, 1, go. And the key here, guys, is to brace so hard through your core so that nothing happens in this part of the body as you step between. Ow, dude, that really freaking hurt. Woo. I will say that was my fault. I had my hand wrapped fully around his bone, which I should have known better. I think he also keeps wondering who I'm talking to and who I'm looking at. Finish up this first section, guys. All right, and hold. So now, guys, we move into our stations, even though we're not really moving anywhere. We have an upper, a lower, and then a core. And when I say core, again, I don't think he was in the screen for that, but he just threw his bone up on the couch and then tried to grab it behind his head and knocked himself over. When I say core, I'm talking about shoulders to thighs. So it's not isolated movements for the abs, but your core is gonna fire through all of the movements that we're doing in that third round. So first round, upper body. If you have your weights, this is where you'll need them. I'll show you. We've got 4 moves, 8 reps each. We're in for 5 minutes in this station. So first move is gonna be an animal push-up. So we sink back, push forward, and then repeat. Option if you need it, knees to the floor. So we come to child's pose, then push up on the knees. Second move is where you're gonna need your weights. Let me get mine. And we've got an Arnold press. So palms are gonna start facing you. Then we rotate open. Whoops, let's show you down here. Palms face away, and then we come back in. So just that rotation, working all directions of the shoulders. Then we have a tricep dip with a crab toe tap. So we're seated. Can I see this? Go get it. So seated, we dip, tap, dip, tap. If you need to, keep your butt on the ground for both movements or butt on the ground for the tricep dip. Then our last movement is what you're gonna need your towel or your plate or your sock for, or in this case, your dog's Christmas bandana. We've got glider push-ups. So we're gonna set up in our push-up stance. Look, ready? Push-up stance, one hand. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna use my dog's Christmas bandana, but one hand is gonna be under the glider. We slide that hand out as the other hand drops into the push-up and then pull back in. So for that, we're still just gonna do 8 push-ups total. 4 on one side, switch the hand that's got the sliding tool, and then 4 on the other. So 5 minutes in that set. Again, first move is gonna be the animal push-ups. It is 8 reps of each. And yes, 8 total. We're not doing anywhere it's 2 for 1. So 5 minutes, first move is the animal push-up. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we're in plank, or we're in plank on the knees. We drop the hips back to the heels, push forward to a push-up. Brace the belly as you lift up. Once you've done 8, grab your plates. I'm gonna stay on my knees so I stay in the view of the camera. Again, palms start in and then reach to the ceiling. So kind of like you're drawing a nice big oval. Doesn't really look like a circle around your head. If you're following me on your knees, just make sure your glutes are squeezed and your belly button's drawn in. Even if you're standing, you want that same posture. Once you've done 8, we've got our tricep dip, crab toe tap. So again, glutes can stay down or glutes can lift. Elbows push behind, and then we tap. And we are going 8 total. So you're gonna do 4 touches for each leg. And then the last one is our glider push-up. So one hand comes onto whatever slippery surface you're using. The other hand is solid on the floor in your push-up. I'm trying to figure out what way to show you guys so you can actually see this. So I'll just do them tabletop style. So the hand's gonna slide out and then press into the floor and pull back in. 4 on one side, 4 on the other. And yes, we are working the grounded hand in the push-up, But whatever hand is sliding, I want you guys to really try and press that into the floor so you feel the pecs pull and squeeze as you drag the hand back in. All right, once you're done, back to the top, 8 animal push-ups. Again, guys, the option looks like this. We're starting out on our knees. We drop the hips back and then push into that push-up. All right, and then Arnold press. Palms start in. We rotate up to the ceiling and back. Eight, and then crab dip toe taps. Again, guys, if you need to leave your hips on the ground, all good. Still bending to the back and then tapping the toe. Moving with control. So even here, guys, even though this is our upper body round, you're gonna feel some work in the core as we take that kick to the toe. Or you can go in between, hips down for the tricep push, and then lift up for that kick. And then last one, glider push-ups. 4 on one, 4 on the other. And don't forget, guys, make sure you are pressing that hand with the slider down into the floor. So you're not only getting the work in the arm that's pushing up, but you're getting work in the arm that's sliding as well. And as you can hear, I think in my voice, there's a lot of work involved. 4 on one, 4 on the other. And that arm is sliding out, guys, at about a 45-degree angle from the shoulder. Whew. And if you're hitting that right, I feel that even in my abs because my core's got to brace and pull in as I'm dragging that body weight down. Less than a minute to go, guys. Just keep moving. See how far you can get. Dip and tap. All right, guys, that's time. Whew. Next up, we move to lower body. All right, guys, first move, lunge with the kickback, 8 on each side. So we're setting up long, we drop down, and then we lift up, lifting that back leg out of the lunge. Again, 8 on one, 8 on the other. Then we have a squat with a calf raise. Whew. You can set up whatever distance works for you, but squat down and then shoot up onto the toes. 8. Then we're gonna use that glider again. We've got a reverse lunge. So same thing, sliding back, trying to get to that 90-90, and then really relying on that front leg, whoop, to pull you in strong. And then last one, we've got a seated quad lift. So you're gonna sit down, L shape. We're lifting super tall through the spine. We're gonna take the hands to the ceiling, flex hard through the feet, and then lift. 8 lifts on one, 8 lifts on the other. What I don't want this. Stay lifted here so you feel super tight right through the top of the thighs. All right, guys, 5 minutes. First move again. Lunge with a kick back. 3, 2, 1, go. So long step back, whoop, and then we drive down through that front heel, but then we're also working through the back glute as we lift to the ceiling. Doesn't have to be super high, just enough to feel that squeeze. 8 on one, 8 on the other. Just like our normal lunge, we want to make sure feet stay hip distance, and we're still aiming to drop into that 90-90 position. If you feel this in your low back at all, take that lift a little lower. Nothing should come here. All right, I think that was 8. 8 squat calf raises. So set your feet wherever they're comfortable, and then try to make that calf raise a little explosive, and then hesitate at the top before you control back into your squat. And then slide or reverse lunge. So sock, plate, towel, dog bandana, whatever you got. Slide back, and then again, use the front leg to pull through. You should feel this a lot more in your hamstring and your glutes. But really, this is gonna help dial into what you should feel anytime you do a reverse lunge, with or without a slider. The front leg should always be the one where the work is focused. Whew. Side note, all I can say is thank goodness it's a nice day outside, because Otis has decided to go lay out and sun himself on the deck. Whew. All right, guys, and then the last one, seated quad lift. So again, feet are flexed hard, hands lift to the ceiling to keep that L shape, and then we lift. It doesn't have to be big. Really focus on flexing that foot to put tension right through the top of the thigh. All right, back to the top. Lunge with the lift. And if you guys are moving faster than me, slower than me, it's all good. Take it at your own pace. That's why we do these for time, so everybody can move however they need to move. Squat to calf raise. Oh, someone just tagged somebody. Squat to calf raise, guys. Again, don't forget that little propulsion at the top, and then a little pause so we really feel the squeeze through the muscles in the legs. Whoop, lost my balance on that one. All good. Slider lunge. Guys, actively imagine you are gripping the floor with your front foot. So this might be a little gross, but picture there are fingers on your heel. Dig them into the floor and use that to pull yourself in. And then seated lift. Super tall, belly in, flex, and lift. This is actually something when I used to have knee problems in high school that my physical therapist told me to do. All right, guys, and that's time for our lower body round. Last up, core training. So, 8 burpees. Push up, no push up, jump, elevate, jump out, jump in, whatever you need to do. Just 8 of them. And then why are they a core movement? Because as we come into that squat and jump back to plank, we've got to brace the abs. Then as we pull through, we're using the upper body and using the abs to jump the legs back. C crunch, lift and extend. So we're gonna start here. We crunch in, lift to the ceiling, extend out. In, lift, out. 8 of those. Then we have an L sit or a boat. So L sit, hands are right next to the hips, and we are lifting up through the core to bring the hips off the ground. Some of you, if you're yogis or practice this, you might actually be able to get your feet off the floor. Not me. If you're like, wrists, shoulders, no thank you, we're just gonna come to boat and release. Boat, either straight leg or bent leg, and release. So 8 of either of those. And then last one, we've got kick sits. So we're coming to tabletop, lifting the knees, and then we are jumping or stepping through. This is the one movement where right and left is gonna equal 1. If you guys need to, you can just tap the toe to the floor and minimize that rotation. All right, 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. So 8 burpees is your first movement. Think about your core. Shoulders, abs, back, thighs. Then when you're done 8, you're on your back. So crunch in, extend, and open long. In, extend, open. If you start to feel your low back, open smaller. Just take the toes a little bit away and then reset the knees to 90 to start again. Or you can really go for it and really reach the arms and feet in opposite directions. All right, guys, then we got our L sit or our boat. So if you're taking the L sit, pressing the palms into the floor, lifting, scooping the hips back, and then resetting. You might want to, I'm used to doing this in bare feet. So maybe use your glider. Oh yeah, woo! If you put your glider under your heels, it's gonna get a whole lot more intense. Or you guys can take boat pose and release and lift up. Option 2, you can gently grab the back of the thighs for a little bit of support. 8 of one or the other. I lost count, I think I've done like 5 things. So that L sit, guys, is not a very big movement. Woo! And then we've got our kick sits, or if you're a triber, beetles. So again, tabletop, toes tuck under, knees lift, and then we sit right and left. So you should feel this in your shoulder and in your obliques, because as we turn, we actively kind of want to drop that hip and challenge stabilization in the shoulder, and then it's the obliques that are firing to hold that position. And again, this is the one move where right and left is 1. When you're done, back to burpees. Whew. And again, guys, I think I've said this every time we've done burpees in one of these, but you can elevate them if you need to. It doesn't matter. That's a pretty high burpee, but it's still that same idea of jumping the feet out, using the abs to control that jump, and then bringing the feet back in. Or even if you step, you can still engage and feel that part of the body working to control that movement and that distance between upper and lower body. I don't know how many that just was, so we'll do 3 here. And then our C crunch to extension. sit or boat pose. And again, if you want to throw that slider under your heels, it's a whole different ball game. And then we got kick sits to finish. Hi, Bubba. Ooh, it's warm out there, huh? All right, Jerry, gotta finish the set. Hey. Can you? Okay, yes, here. Look, ready? Go get your ball. Or just go lay down. All right, guys, that's time on our core track. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back, hit it all again, but we're shaving it down. So we're gonna go 5 reps of each move, and we're going for 3 minutes in each station. So again, for a reminder, our first one was the animal push-ups, Arnold press, tricep dip with the toe tap, and then slider push-ups. Yeah, I know I said 5. We'll make it 4, so that way it's even, since I said we weren't doing 2 for 1. So yeah, so 3 minutes, 4 reps of each move. So we want to try and keep the capacity, keep the same number of rounds in this shortened amount of time. So when you're ready, guys, set up for that animal push-up. We've only got about 15 minutes left in this workout, so let's kick it. So 4 reps of each move. Oh, there's my fingers. 4 reps of each move. 3 minutes in the station. 3, 2, 1, go. Arnold press. Dip and toe tap. Just 4, guys. And then glider push-ups. 2 on one side, 2 on the other. So you might find shorter reps, quicker turnaround. You get a little bit more cardio in this round. Make sure you keep control. Don't fall to the floor like I just did. And remember, guys, all kinds of options. Tabletop push-ups, totally good, as long as your weight is still in your upper body and you're actively pushing the floor away. And same thing, don't forget your option here. Hips back, and then we still shoot strong into that push-up. All right, I matched my first round. 3 rounds, starting round 4. Five seconds, guys. All right, hold. Back to our lower body. Lunge kickback, 4 on each leg. Squat calf raise 4 times. Slider reverse lunge, 4 on each leg. Seated quad lift, 4 on each leg. So again, keep track. If you remember how many rounds you did the first time, when it was longer reps, longer minutes, see if you can match it and maybe exceed it. Lunge with reverse kick. 3, 2, 1, go. Four on one, 4 on the other. Squat calf raise, just 4. Four slide reverse lunges. Keep moving to keep that heart rate up. Whoop. And then seated quad lift, guys. Torso tall, flex the foot. And then back to the top. Whoop. As you lean in for that kickback, make sure you reset the posture to drop back into the lunge. Don't keep that hinged position. Come up tall, again, as you come down. Why my balance is so bad on this side. Quad lift, guys, posture check. Make sure you're not dropping the torso in as you lift that leg. Oops, wrong order. Squat calf raise. All right, guys, there's the time on that one. One last set. And then our finisher. 4 burpees. 4 C crunch, lift and extend. 4 L-sits or boat pose. And then 4 kick sits or sit kicks. And again, remember those kicks. Right and left is 1. Whew. All right, guys, 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Crunch to extend. On that lift, see if you can get a little closer between the ribs and hips. Maybe your hip bones lift ever so slightly off the floor. And then guys, I'll show the boat option again. So again, we're gonna lift up and down, up and down. Whoop, nope. There we go. And in both the L-sit and the boat pose, guys, there's a little bit of a hold at the top of the movement. And then last one, sit kicks. And then back to the top for burpees. If you guys want to go bigger on the burpees, add a bigger jump to the top. You can add a tuck jump. You can do a clap push-up at the bottom. Whatever it is that you got, rock it out. It's only 4, right? Something I do, guys, I don't know if it's helpful, but I release my hands between each L-sit. I'm sure that's probably cheating in some way, but just giving myself a little bit of a reset before I go for that next lift and pull. And again, guys, if you don't want to jump into that, you can keep both hands on the floor and just take a little tap through with the toe as far as you can. Back to burpees. All right, guys, that's time. Woo! All right, now our finisher. It's about 6 minutes, but broken up into quick intervals with rest in between. So, 20-second squat jumps. So, 2 options. We are low, jumping out and in. You can take the hands above the head. You can take the hands out. You can also step out and in, holding that squat position. 20 seconds there. Then we come to the floor. 30 seconds, plank shoulder tap. Knees or toes, tabletop. It's all good. Then 20 seconds Spider-Man push-ups. So knees or toes. As we drop into the push-up, knee comes towards the elbow, and then we press back up. Same thing if we're on our knees. Same thing if we're in tabletop. As you decrease the height of that push-up, the range of that hip is just gonna decrease a little bit. Then 30 seconds mountain climbers, and then 20 seconds of burpees. Sorry, we have more burpees. So 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, 30-second rest. We do it 3 times through. All right, team, so 20-second squat jumps is where we start. This is your last 6 minutes of the workout. All right, we're just using a stopwatch for this one. So 20 seconds, squat jumps, staying low, out and in. 3, 2, 1, go. Out and in. Keep the hips back, knees behind the toes. And again, your option, you can hold that squat and you can tap out and in. We're already down to 5 seconds. 3, 2, hit the floor. Plank shoulder taps, 30 seconds. So right and left. Hold that balance strong. 20 seconds to go. 10 seconds, guys. Hold the abs strong. 3, 2, stay on the floor. Spider-Man push-ups, 20 seconds. So this is full body with a core focus. So you should really feel those abs brace as you drop into the push-up, guys. 5 more seconds, 5 more seconds. Then we are still on the floor. 3, 2, mountain climbers, 30 seconds. Knees drawn to the chest. Your choice, straight forward or cross mountain climbers. Either option is good. You guys have 10 seconds left in those mountain climbers. Stay in, stay strong. 5 seconds, keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1, right in. 20 seconds of burpees. So right from that mountain climber, you can jump the feet wide and come up and then go back in. You got 5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Finish up those burpees, and then we get to rest for 30. 3, 2, 1. Breathe. 30 seconds to recover. We do it all over again. 2 more rounds. Now you know what's coming. Now we know how we got to hit it. So this is a little bit of a high-intensity finisher, guys. So I want you to try to need this 30 seconds of recovery. If you were like, oh, I could have kept going, let's try to dial it up in round 2. Nope, stop, Siri. Ugh. Go away. 3, 2, 1. Back in for those 20-second squats. So how do we go harder here? We stay lower. We go quicker. Tension on the inner and outer thighs. 3, 2, 1. Plank shoulder taps to the floor. Try to keep the weight forward, guys. So you want the shoulders right above the wrists. As we start to get tired, this starts to happen and we drift backwards. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Spider-Man push-ups right where you are. 20 seconds of those, guys. You're already halfway there. Already halfway. It's really hard to participate in this and watch the timer, and I don't want to make you guys go longer. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds mountain climbers. So again, knees go straight in or knees go across. Maybe mix it up. Do 5 straight forward, 5 across. Focus on the range, not on the speed. Halfway, you got 15 seconds left. Oop. 5 seconds. 3, 2, right into burpees. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds of burpees. Keep coming. 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds, and you get to recover. 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. You got one more round. One more round, guys. All right, Instagram, we're going to run out of time in 45 seconds, so I'm going to stop and restart for our last set. All right, guys, 10 seconds till we start again. Remember, squat jumps. 5 seconds. All right, Instagram, we're back. 3, 2, 1. All right, sit low. Squat jacks out and in. Stay low, chest up, abs braced. Already down to 5 seconds. That went fast. 3, 2, and 1. Plank shoulder taps. All right, I'm just going to watch time and coach you guys for this last one because otherwise we're going to screw it up. seconds, guys. 5 seconds in those plank shoulder taps. 3, 2, 20 seconds. Spider-Man push-ups. 20 seconds. Halfway. 10 seconds to go, guys. Brace the belly. Stay strong. Grip that floor and push it away. 3, 2, mountain climbers. Now this time, go for speed. How quickly can you move those feet? The key is planting the palms. Put the weight in the upper body so your feet are free to move fast. You got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. All right, burpees. Last 20 seconds of work, guys. Last 20 seconds. Go for it. Finish big. You're already halfway. 10 seconds left. Big push, big finish. Right down the middle, guys. Right down the end. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, you are finished. Whew. So take a couple seconds to breathe. Grab a drink. Let your heart rate start to come down. And then if you can hang out, we'll take a quick stretch. So as you're walking it off, as you're letting your heart rate come down, take one arm up and over, put the palm between the shoulder blades to stretch out the triceps. You can take a little lean to the side to get a little bit deeper, a little bit into the lats. Release and switch sides. And guys, open up through the chest, take the palms wide. Nice big stretch for the front of the body. Take the palms behind, clasp the fingertips, push the knuckles down towards the floor, lift up through the chest. Better not scratch and rip my shirt. And guys, if you are standing, stay standing. If not, come to a standing position. Sink down into the legs, press the forearms into the thighs, round through the spine. Tuck the chin and roll up. Take one heel to the glutes, nice big stretch for the quads. Knees together, push the hips forward, opening up through the thigh. Same leg, little balance challenge. Bring the leg across, ankle over knee. Sit back, make a figure 4, opening up through the outer hip and glutes. One last stretch with that leg. Take the same leg, heel to the front, hips to the back. Woo, nice big stretch through the hamstring. All right, and then step forward onto that leg. Take the same sequence on the other side. Heel to glutes for a quad stretch. Ankle over knee, sit back, woo, little balance challenge for the finish, along with our stretch. Flex the foot of that top leg. And then leg forward, press through that heel, lift through the hips to stretch your hamstring. All right, guys, and that does it for boot camp this morning. Thank you so much for joining. Woo, I look like a ghost in here. Need to adjust that filter, that coloring. You're welcome. Thank you, Lisa. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. It's beautiful. It's sunny. Get outside. Otis and I are going to go for a quick little walk here. And yeah, guys, we'll see you back for the next one. Thank you.